Hello, welcome back to Resident Evil 4 Otome Edition. It's just the demo, though. We're going to left off of playing in the role and perspective of Ashley during Resident Evil 4, in some kind of sort of visual novel perspective. So let's get into it. I jumped upon hearing some movements in the church. Some more of those freaky-looking cultists, probably. Maybe they have come to pray for the Rogaine. Pray for Rogaine? I don't even know what Rogaine is. I'm going to have to look it up. Oh! It's apparently the hair regrowth formula medicine thing. Or pill. Maybe it's a suppository. Who knows? Anyways. The movement is different, though. It almost sounds like a chandelier rocking back and forth. Weird. Some kind of ritual, maybe. Considering my experience so far, that wouldn't surprise me. Nonetheless, I'm terrified. It was quiet for a minute. Then I heard the dry screech of a mechanism rising. Steps drew nearer, closing in on my makeshift prison. I felt a tinge of fear and anticipation. My throat was dry. I held it in the corner of the room, even though it probably wouldn't do anything against attackers. I should have taken those self-defense classes instead of Construction 101. When am I ever going to find a chance to use a bulldozer anyways, damn it? I spotted a plank of wood on the ground next to me. Would it do anything? No. Would I feel better throwing it? Oh, yes. The doorknob gave a creaky sigh as it began to turn. My heart raced. My eyes darted from the door to the plank. Now or never. And in came Leon. Ashley! Don't come, I screamed. Yeah! I chucked the plank I had been eyeing at the mystery man who entered. As suspected, it did not slow his progress in the least. Hey, take it easy. How dare he tell me to take it easy after what happened with Krauser? Ashley Graham is nobody's fool. No, get away, I persisted and huddled against a barrel in fear. Calm down, everything's going to be just fine. My name's Leon, I'm under the president's order to rescue you. Dear God, I'm so sorry about that time I... Wait, what? My father? I felt a surge of relief. Hooray, rescues! Hooray, Dad! Hooray, being stalked! Well, not so much for the last one. My heartbeat began to slow a little, giving me a chance to examine my rescuer in full. That's right, I've come to get you out. Now come with me. And then the dreamy sequence! Sparklies everywhere. But dump. My eyes feasted on the Adonis in front of me. My vision became inexplicably clouded by bubbles and sparkles and general girlishness. I relished every beautiful, manly drop. I had a million questions to ask him, but my tongue was dragging on the floor in the wake of his sexiness, so I just followed him instead. Well, that wasn't until they remodeled him in Resident Evil 5, I'm sure. Or was it 6? And they just made him look fucking weird. As soon as I was up, Leon pulled out what looked like an old walkie-talkie. Wow, I haven't seen one of those in a while. I thought those lines were just notoriously easy to jack. Oh, I know, he's using it because no one would suspect a U.S. agent to have such an outdated tech. Genius. It's Leon. I've succeeded in extricating my subject. I love a man with a big vocabulary. Swoon. He could extricate me anytime. Oh wait, I guess he already is. Where's the extraction point? Got it. On my way. I wanted to make conversation since I hadn't spoke to anyone who wasn't gross or Spanish or looked like Steve Buscemi for an indeterminate time, but he seemed busy? Breaking barrels? Maybe he's making sure no cultist spies hiding in the barrels. No, you have to smash every fucking barrel, every crate, every box. They better show this a lot in this novel. Maybe, yeah. No spies, huh? That's for the best. I really didn't want to think I had been peeped on by perverts this whole time. Still, I can appreciate a man who's thorough to his work, in his work. I thought he might ask me about my general state of health, at least, but he moved briskly towards the door. Is he the Sundeer type? I hope not. I always hate those. Whoa, the testosterone is palpable. Just kick the door. I mean, I guess it is a parody of what you'd expect a Leon player then to be like when they're playing the game, which is just rush, smash everything, cut the barrels, smash the barrels with a fucking knife and crates, and kick the doors every time. But hey, any dude can open a door for a lady. It takes a real gentleman to open them in a way that reflects how badly she wants to exit said door. We ran down the snaking corridor and approached a ladder. Did someone carry me up this thing? That seemed crazy, but par for the course, I guess. Before I could even look over the ledge, Leon jumped to the ground below, landing with a confident thud. What a badass! He looked up at me, and my instinct was to pull down my skirt. He may be cute, but a woman must protect her dignity. Plus, these lacy panties are kinda revealing. Can't show all my cards too soon. Leon continued to face the ladder. What does he want me to jump down too? You think he would say something. I guess we're in a hurry. Okay, Ashley, you can do this. Surely he'll catch me, right? I gathered my resolve and jumped off the ledge. Nya! With my eyes closed, I could only sense my stomach sinking from the fall. In the next instant, I felt his strong arms catch me. Wow, maybe this isn't going to be so bad at all. Not wanting to seem like I enjoyed it too much, I jumped briskly from his grasp and fell behind him. There's no catching scene? It's just black? Oh man, how great would it be if there was just a platoon of equally hot Secret Service guys just waiting outside the church ready to escort me out of this nightmare. Oh, come on, it's going to be a lot of Steve Buscemi's if you're going to say that. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Before we could even reach the door, a voice chimed in behind us. I'll take the girl. I've heard that voice before. That saddle bastard! Who are you? If you must know, my name is Osmond Sadler, the master of this fine religious community. Awesome Saddle. What a presumptuous name. Maybe Scientologist. I was about to say that. What do you want? Damn, this is ugly. Damn, this man is ugly. It was already bad when I was barely conscious, and HD clarity isn't an improvement. Like, looking at him is making me retroactively an atheist. To demonstrate to the whole world, United States kidnap, send her back. I was so preoccupied with throwing mental daggers at his face that I didn't really pay close attention to what he was saying. Something about giving me their power. And there's a little typo then, is saying throwing mental daggers at his face rather than as his face. That's the first typo I've seen, though. Oh yeah, the injection. I should probably say something. Leon, I think they shot something in my neck. What did you do to her? Gift. Hell of a party. Loving father. Bargain. Donation. His ugly is like some kind of filter over my hearing. It's just blah 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 sprinkled with a few keywords. Seriously, how does this man even exist in the same time space as Leon? Faith and money will lead you nowhere, Sadler. I don't really know what this conversation is, but yeah, you tell him, Leon. I gave you the same gift. But I was unconscious. My god, but he looks fine from this angle. Wait, what? Same gift? Oh, Leon, no, we'll bond over this, I promise. Special contributions. My puppets. You do as I say. I love total control revolutionary. I wish it's talking in the more I think I still remember his accent just being, yes, like, you know, like a fucking Vlad the Vampire kind of shit. What's that to talk about? Puppets. Never mind. I'm just going to believe that he uses them to rank off. I'm imagining that now. Stop. It sounds more like an alien invasion, if you ask me. Not the best comeback, but with hair like this, who needs wit? Suddenly, we were blocked from the exit by pale, ugly cultists freaking satellites. Not gonna lie, confident smirks of the whole what now bitch variety are undeniably sexy. Too bad it's on the face that not even Satan could love. Oh la la, watch where you're throwing that side-eye, Leon. I might get the wrong idea. Leon grabbed me violently around the wrist. As the men took aim, in that moment I understood why romance heroes grab women by the wrist all the time, because it's hot. Shit, an arrow word right by my ear, puncturing the stone wall instead of my brain. Fuck you, crossbow nerd. Leon pulled me to the end of the corridor, but all I could see was a glass window. Maybe he didn't know what to do. Ah! Before I could even vocalize my surprise, we crashed through the window. I guess the rural cults can't afford high-quality glass. As time slowed around us, I had the distinct sense that Krauser wasn't the only one who thought this was an action movie, but I admit, it was a pretty awesome way to kickstart a relationship. Stupidly, I tried to land on my feet instead of rolling like Leon did. To be fair, I wasn't really prepared for Die Hard-esque shenanigans. Ever a gentleman, Leon jumped to my aid in a flash. You okay? It wasn't the most romantic way to inquire, but I could feel the sincere concern in his voice. Amazingly, I was okay. Nothing broken from the impact, and I only felt a few scrapes, which didn't seem worth mentioning. My mind wasn't so content with just relishing the miracle of the fall, though it turned grimly to the thought of the parasitic life form now preying house with my insides. I wanted to cry. Leon, what's going to happen to us? Don't worry, we got into this mess, we can get out of it. I appreciated his use of a we, as if it weren't simply his job to be here, saving me, sweet and confident in the same package. Could he be any hotter? Focus, Ashley. Between the cultist and the parasite, this is hardly the time to... Ah, he's got the little dirt on his face. So cute. My heart swelled as Leon took hold of my arm. His grasp was both tender and protective. How fitting that I would go to the church to find my personal Jesus. Once we were both up, I huddled close to Leon's back. Definitely not the worst view a girl could have. That's the sound she would make if she was going. It wouldn't be. It'd be like, you know, like really manly, extremely out of character. Looking around, it seemed like we had landed in some kind of external storage. There was a little room inside, aside from some bags and barrels, so I didn't imagine we'd loiter along. Oh, you thought so? We're gonna smash everything! But Leon had other plans. Yes! Smash those fucking barrels! Is this some kind of hobby? Or maybe barrels killed his parents, and now he's sworn to destroy all barrel kind. This is a visual metaphor. Oh, I hadn't noticed it before while I was salivating over Leon, but ammo and gold coins seemed to be lying at the bottom of the barrels. Spanish gold does not usually come in little treasure boxes. Leon grabbed the goods and shoved them into his pockets. I guess that explains his obsessive interest in barrels. But who keeps that stuff in barrels and in such spare quantities? Is it some kind of rich rural treasure hunt looking for bullets and pocket change down in the local church? Spain is weird. You know what's also weird? That we're not being shot full of arrows. I look back at the shattered window. The satellites had more than enough time to follow us. We were only a few feet down and would make for pathetically easy targets, and yet nothing. Does their cult Bible prohibit them from looking out of windows? Were they having a synergy meeting? Are they just squeamish about broken glass? I shrugged my question aside, knowing there was probably no answers. If there were, they were probably not worth knowing. I looked back at Leon, who finally seemed satisfied he had fully raided the church provisions. We hustled over to the door and made our way outside. Loading sequence. As we ran to the front of the church building, rain whipping ominously around us, we encountered what looked to be an angry mob of villagers. They were just groaning at first as they ambled slowly toward the church. Then a few of them started to shout. Yes, that. I'm not even going to pronounce that. Oh no, Ashley, you don't want to learn Spanish. That's the language of legal immigrants. Learn something proud like German. Real great advice now, Dad. I hope they might just be here to fight the man for rising taxes and stealing their chickens. But them lunging toward us in blind, shambling rage squashed that idea pretty fast. Leon coolly stood his ground, gun drawn, wanting to seem useful. I quickly scanned the environment. I spotted some barrels sitting on a cart.
Leon, shoot those barrels on that wagon!
That. Without a word, Leon shot the barrels. I'm surprised he took my advice so readily. What a gentleman. I mean, yeah, he clearly loves destroying barrels anyway, but I'll pretend I had something to do with it. Perhaps more surprising was the barrels spontaneously combusted, causing the wagon to roll toward the villagers like some kind of blazing poverty chariot. I'm not sure why anyone would just keep explosive barrels in a graveyard, but I suppose I should just count my blessings. With the villagers crushed and or combusted by their own flaming paddy wagon, we took the opportunity to run past. Between oppressive darkness and the driving rain, I could barely see the path, but Leon seemed to know where he was going, so I just followed closely. As a bolt of lightning tore across the sky, I realized that I was looking at a graveyard. That's not ominous at all, nuh-uh. One might say it's sacrilege to kill the faithful in such a hallowed place, but it's even greater sacrilege to think, well, at least you won't have to drag the bodies far. That's a lot of scene movement. Having escaped the crazed villagers, we jogged leisurely down a narrow forest path and eventually entered what looked like a shed. There's no way forward. We could only descend the ladder in front of us. I felt apprehensive about the horrors, what might be waiting, but Leon climbing down without so much as a disclaimer, I trusted that he would be okay. I want to see like a scene of when Leon in the village, when he climbs like the church. Like, there's that one part in the game where the church ladder is like really fucking tall, and if you jump down, you're basically jumping an entire height of a fucking church building, and he drops from the top floor all the way down without breaking his fucking legs. That was the whole weird thing about Resident Evil 4, was you just jump down uncaringly, you never break your legs. They gotta mention this at least once in the game, unless there's another part in the game I can't remember where he drops down really fucking far. The ladder took us down into a dark cavern, presumably built to connect desperate parts of the village, or disparate, sorry. We moved briskly down the tight path and soon found ourselves in front of a rusty door. Bam! Leon boldly kicked the door open. I like a man who doesn't let small thing like discretion hold him back. And we all know blue flames, the salesman. The first thing that caught my eye was the dazzling blue flames perched atop 2 torches. It struck me as oddly comforting. Maybe that's why I was able to resist the urge to scream upon seeing the second thing. What are you boying? Who is this guy, I wonder? Another secret agent or just your run-of-the-mill small-town gut nut going through a man cave phase? What? Yeah, why am I seeing bubbles and sparkles again? This is not the time, hormones. Whoa, why is my eye moving this way? Is the parasite giving me superpowers? Hand's a little dirty. Well organized, though, that's good. Conclusion. Maybe romanceable. More details required. Why am I so weird? Leon approached the man casually, so I assumed they were working together in some capacity. The more the merrier, I guess. He's not as romanceable looking as Leon, but a girl in peril has to keep her options open. Just think if Leon died, she'd start romancing the gun salesman dude. He'd be like, wait, well, what are some of his lines? Let me think it could be used in some kind of sexual innuendo. Maybe it's like, I got just what you need. And it just starts flashing her and shit like that. Revealing his canon. That's gross. Moving on.
Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger.
Stranger. Yes. Not the accent I was expecting, but in a good way. Australian, maybe? I'm all about the thunder down under. Did I really just think that? Well, I questioned my moral credibility. Leon started looking through the man's inventory.
What are you buying? ... Thank you.
It's like they don't say exactly the thing, but he buys something.
Is that all, stranger? What are you selling?
The merchant quipped enthusiastically as Leon stoically perused his wares. Maybe it's a part of Leon's safety protocols to avoid conversation where possible.
I'll buy it at a high price.
The merchant man seemed pretty excited about some jewels Leon showed him. Whoa, is that a bejeweled beer stein? Why does that exist and where can I get one? Still, I can't believe they're making Leon break barrels and pepper valuables just to obtain supplies. Either my rescue is a low-budget affair, or a relationship with Spain is more tenuous than I realized.
Come back any time.
Finished with shopping, Leon resumed jogging down the tunnel. I thought I should wave to the merchant man, but I didn't want to mistakenly initiate another romance just yet. We ran further into the tunnel and stopped abruptly in front of a shallow puddle. Leon drew his gun and took aim. I wonder what that was for. Testing the water for traps, maybe? Oh, I know. The particularly malnourished cultists can blend in the puddles. I got you figured out, Saddle. Whatever the lesson, Leon swept right past the flame like a man on a mission, which he was, of course. But what I really mean is that he hurried over to a box tucked in a nook in the wall. As if by instinct, he drew his knife. Because what is a box if not a barrel disguised as a rectangle? Ah, he missed. But hey, a little imperfection makes him even more handsome. Success. Well, as much as chopping open an immobile box can be considered a success, I won't rain on his parade. And Leon hastily retrieved the ammunition lying so conspicuously in the box's remains. Whoever planned this operation was weirdly fastidious. Fastidious? Wait, what? I can't even remember how to pronounce this word now. Fastidious? Fastidious? Fastidious. I think it's fastidious. Moving on. But whatever gets my ass out of here. I know, there's gonna be comments of people saying, Neco, it's pronounced this. In a smart-ass tone. Don't start with me. We ran through the remaining tunnel and climbed some stairs to another ladder leading upward. How long is this demo? They said 30 minutes. I've been playing this for 40 minutes. Alright, I'm gonna have to end this video abruptly. It's taking a lot longer than I thought. The itch.io page said 30 minutes, but it's taken me literally an hour to cleanly read through this. So I'd probably tell the developer to change it and say 45 minutes to 60 minutes to do this demo, not 30 minutes. Because I read pretty fast, but it still took a long time, and then we still have part 3 to go through. So I'm gonna end it here, and I hope you've been enjoying this game so far. If you have, please leave a like, comment, hit that subscribe button, become a subscriber. Until the next time. I'm assuming I'm just supposed to survive and not touch traps, Indiana Jones style. So I will try my best not to step on traps like this. Those are definitely traps, so I'm going to jump over them and hope not to get impaled up my asshole.